All Elite Wrestling. Is the AEW worth watching? This video is not a troll. I'm speaking with all due respect. I've never really watched it. Sometimes clips will hit your feed.
Hmm.
You'll see like crazy shit from crazy matches from John Moxley and stuff like that. And the shit sticking out of his chest and the crazy madness. And then MJF, of course, everybody knows
The
MJF
best.
and the promos. The best in the business right there, dude. I mean, that guy is a generational, sensational talent. Just on the mic, from what
Right.
I've seen alone. Like, my
Hmm.
God. But
Hmm.
so everybody knows him, but I've been a WWE guy my entire life. So I'm asking the viewers, I'm asking y'all, please give me some insight. Outside of MJF and John Moxley, who are the big dogs? How good is the creative? How good are the stories? What are some key matches and moments? Drop some knowledge on me in the comments. Do y'all find AEW watchworthy?
From all the clips that I see on my For You page and all that stuff, it's 100% worth the watch. I don't watch it because it's like an out of sight, out of mind thing. I don't see it on TV, so I don't think about watching it. I don't look to see when it comes on so I can remind myself to watch it. But I do know they have a lot of talent. Like you said, MJF, AEW World Champion right now. John Moxley is another Continental Champion right now. A lot of the videos that I see is from this guy Darby Allen, and the shit that he puts himself through.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
That
miners and shit.
Oh my god, I feel so
Yep.
terrible for this guy because he puts himself through a lot of shit. And if
Hmm.
you remember not long ago when we just talked about a video of what we miss in the WWE, this guy is what I miss in the
He what
WWE.
he yeah, right. Hmm.
He does the craziest shit. He
Fact.
puts his body through more hell than what needs to happen. Remember, like mankind getting thrown off the hell in the cell or getting choke
Hmm.
slammed on tacks and beaten the fuck up over and over week by week by week. This is exactly what Darby Allin does every video that I see.
Hmm.
The last video I saw a couple of days
Very true.
ago, it was him and someone else, and they ripped up the fucking mat on the ring, so it was nothing but board, and
Right.
they're throwing each
Getting it
other,
down.
yeah.
Getting
And
down.
I'm just
Hmm.
like, Jesus Christ, man, like it's insane. Like I've never seen that in WWE. And to top it off, Tony Storm kind of reminds me of like a Marilyn Monroe type era. Her character is like that era, the way she talks, Hollywood movie star from back in the 30s, 40s, 50s and stuff like that. But she had a match with some girl. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but they turned each other into bloody fucking messes. And it was like a
Oh.
bloodbath to see women do that. I don't think I've ever
Hmm.
seen a female in WWE bleed like in a match in any capacity. So when I've seen her videos, Tony Storm specifically, she reminds me of Darby Allin and what she puts herself and her body through, and I can only commend them for what they do. And I'm not saying I would assume a lot of the other superstars on that roster go just as hard, if not harder. I just haven't seen any of their matches or highlights on my For You page. So based off of all of that stuff, yeah, I do think it is worth a watch.
So my real question would be to the viewers who watch AEW, stuff like that you just said about Darby Allin, because I've seen those clips as well. All the vicious shit. You see clips of the most
Yep.
gnarly shit, obviously. Is this a constant thing with the hardcore shit? Do you always get this much quality out of the matches on the weekly basis? Because pay-per-views and the PLEs, they're gonna go all out and do all that crazy shit you just named.
Hmm.
All that stuff that we just named off, like you're not gonna see most of this normally on like a regular episode of what Dynamite I think it's called
Yeah.
on
Hmm.
Wednesdays.
Hmm.
I
I
tuned
don't
into a
know.
little bit of it yesterday and kind of watched a little bit here and there, but I couldn't find myself just watching the whole thing through. And another thing you mentioned that I wanted to interject on is you don't watch it because like it's on TV and you don't even really know it's on. I don't think it's marketed all that well. Like they got to get some more
Not
marketing
really.
out there, more promotions, more. I'm seeing more and more commercials, kind of here and there, but I just feel like they need to get like more so
I
to
see more
remind people even
commercials.
more and more.
I see more commercials for like TNA and NXT that I do for AEW.
That's my point exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You got to get the marketing up to a level that at least not at WWE, but like just right on their ass, kind of like how WCW did them back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
they are second. They are second in the industry right now. AEW is definitely killing the game. They got the Dynamite on Wednesdays and the Collision on Saturdays, and then they got the Rampage. So it's different little stuff that they have doing. High flyers that I was talking about in the last one. You know, the storylines get better, and I feel like the wrestling, like by far, is better. Like their move sets, man, is very elite compared to the WWE. Like I say, the tag teams, man, all types of stuff. The luchadors, man, they got hella luchadors over there. So it's a lot of things that they have. My boy Kenny Reed, man, shout out Kenny Reed. He the one that put me on that stuff probably like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. He was like, man, he said, man, I know WWE is boring right now, but watch this AEW shit. And he sent me like probably like 3 or 4 clips, bro. And I was in tune to this stuff. They got a lot of stuff going on. You got to watch that stuff though. You got to watch that stuff. It might not be an every week watch, but like I say, the move sets, man, the stuff that they be doing, like the stuff they be doing off the ring, man, is next level. So I definitely give them a watch, bro.
And I
But
will also say they have a lot of former WWE
right,
superstars.
Chris
Now, whether
Jericho,
they have
Kenny Omega,
so
all
they
types of
have
stuff.
they have Edge, they got Billy Gunn, they got Christian, they got Benjamin Shelton, and that's just to name a few. They
Yep.
got Buddy Matthews, Rhea's husband. There's a lot of
And then they have I seen Daniel Bryan as the commentator on there
correct.
because,
Yep, he's
like I
there
said,
too.
I watched a little bit. I think Swerve Strickland and
Yep,
Kenny
Swerve
Omega were
Strickland.
yep,
having the
yep.
Swerve Strickland turn heel or whatever. I don't know too much. I don't know about this, so I can't really speak on too much. This is just like everything I've seen today. But I briefly watched clips. I briefly checked it out, but I just don't know if it was enough to keep me in tune. Like when I watched a little bit of that Dynamite last night, to me it looked kind of like a smaller audience, like
It
drastically
is.
smaller than the
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
But sometimes, and I'm guessing this is probably at their live events or not live events, but their PLEs
House
where
shows.
they'll have a lot more people because obviously if you watch certain clips that on shit maybe the Darby Allins or the whatever, like there's a shitload of people there. So
Hmm.
sometimes I notice there's a lot of people and sometimes there's like not a whole lot at all. Obviously when CM Punk debuted in AEW and he was there briefly, it was in Chicago and all that. They were able to sell out like a full fucking
Right.
so I mean that was a packed house, but I just wonder how their attendance is on the normal, how their creative is with the storytelling, and if they can develop superstars, if it's good enough to keep me into it locked on a week to week basis. So this is just one of the many questions I have for any of the viewers that is watching this. Help me, chime in, please. Is it worth the watch, man? Is the stories, the characters, the feuds? From what I did see, though, all these people can wrestle pretty well. So
Hmm.